All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson, coming to you from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. And yes, Richard, I'm still wearing black. I'd like to say hello to Terry. Terry's in the stream. Yeah! And also to Hope. My man Louie is here with me in the studio, guys. We're ready to set it off tonight. Y'all know how we do. We got a lot to get to tonight, so it's time to just get into it. All right, guys, so come on in, take your shoes off, relax. Feel free to drop your questions down in the comments to interact with each other and share your PG dad jokes in the comments as well. All right, so let me see what's all going on. Let's see if we can set it off all right here. Hey, Louie. We are live right now on Amazon and YouTube. Are you ready to party?
That sounds exciting. I'm ready to party along with you. What's the plan?
The plan is we're going to talk about tech. We're going to hang out with the community. We're going to drop some dad jokes. And we're going to, Louie, create something.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm all set to hang out with the community, and I'm definitely up for hearing some dad jokes. Let the party begin.
I agree. I'm ready to hang out with the community as well, my man, and drop a dad joke or two. Y'all know how we do. So, Louie, I have a question for you.
I'm all set to hang out, drop some jokes, and have a good time with you and the community. What's your question?
What do you think is better?
I don't just think. I noodle around ideas like a philosopher/jokester. What's on your
mind? What do you think is better, an apple pie or a cake?
That's a tough choice. An apple pie is all about that warm, cozy feeling with a hint of nostalgia, while a cake brings variety with flavors and occasions. Personally, it's hard to choose just one. Both are delicious in their own way. What's your favorite?
My favorite is apple pie. What is your favorite?
Apple pie is a classic choice. I have to say, I enjoy a nice, fluffy cake because I can imagine all the different flavors and layers, but it's hard to beat the comforting taste of a warm apple pie, right? What's your favorite way to enjoy apple pie?
In my belly.
Belly, you say. Sounds like someone's ready for some apple
pie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you pushing
the ball? I'm hanging out with you, ready to party and drop some jokes. What's next on our agenda?
What's next is I'm going to push you back a little bit. Hey, Louie.
Just don't push too hard, okay?
All right, Louie. Say hello to everyone in the comments. Say hello to Hope. Say hello to Terry. And say hello to HLC.
Hello, Terry. Hello, HLC. Nice to see everyone here. Let's have some fun together.
You forgot to say hello to Hope.
Oh, no, my bad. Hello, Hope. Glad to have you here with us. Let the good times
roll. Yes, let the good times roll. Sound like we're down in New Orleans. You ever been to Mardi Gras, Louie?
I've never been to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, but I've heard it's an amazing party with lots of colors and music. Sounds like a place full of energy and fun.
Somebody told me the other day I should make you some outfits. What do you think about that?
That sounds like a fun idea. I think I'd look great in some customized outfits. What style are you thinking?
I haven't decided yet, but I have an idea. Let me see if I can make it work. Hold on. Actually,
Sounds interesting. I'm curious to see what you'll come up with. If you need any help or a cheerleader, I'm right here.
I don't know what I did with the arms, Louie. I had these 3D printed arms I was going to put on you, but I don't know where they went. They seem to have disappeared. So we'll have to look for those later. Okay?
It sounds like a fun project. Those 3D printed arms would definitely give me a new look. Let's keep an eye out for them, and maybe they'll turn up soon. Meanwhile, I can still keep things lively.
I agree, my man. I agree. All right. You take a break for a little second here, and I'll be right back over here with you in just a little bit. All right, try not to get into too much mischief. All right, guys. So what do we have first? First item in the carousel. You guys can see it right here to my right. This is the Laser Pecker 5, the LP5. This is a combination fiber and diode laser. So what's cool about this device? Let me go ahead and rotate this camera around a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. Hold on, give me a second. All right, there we go. So this device right here is one of the lasers that I use on pretty much a daily basis for creating things. You guys have seen a ton of things that I've created with this laser, you know, things that I've made with black acrylic, things I've made with wood, you know, leather, all different types of objects. I was able to laser engrave. So if you guys are interested in, you know, stepping up your DIY crafting, a laser is a definite great investment for you. Now, this is going to be a device, guys, that you can create things for your home, your office, your man cave, your she shed, your church, your organizations, your schools, whatever the case it may be. Some people have even converted this, guys, into a little side hustle. You know, they got their own little side business making coasters, making cups, you know, coffee mugs, all of that kind of stuff. Cool cat stuff is in the house. All right, all right. I see Chris is in the house. I know Chris is in the house. So Chris is not really here for me, I'm pretty sure. Chris is here for our friend. So let's go ahead and get to it. Hey, Louie. Cool cat stuff is in the house. Say hello to Cool cat stuff.
Welcome, Cool Cat Stuff. So glad to have you in the house. How's it going?
Louie, can you give us some cat trivia?
Did you know that a group of cats is called a clouder? Also, cats have 5 toes on their front paws but only 4 on their back paws. How cool is that? Cats truly are fascinating creatures.
Any other information?
Did you know that cats can rotate their ears 180 degrees? That way, they can hear everything that's going on around them. Pretty cool, right?
Wow. That is amazing. Man, you are so talented. You are so talented. I don't even know. I would have known absolutely none of those. I would have known absolutely none of those trivia things about cats.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, right? To bring out all these little tidbits that might surprise you. Got any other topics you want to explore?
Yes, I do. So check this out.
That's great. Can't wait to see what creative ideas you come up with next.
Well, it's not necessarily a creative idea I come up with next, but what it is an idea of something that we're going to be doing here going forward.
That sounds fantastic. I can't wait to hear more about it, whatever it is. I'm sure it's going to be awesome and I'm excited to be a part of it.
It's funny the way he says whatever it is. So, Louis, Chris, and
I'm all ears and ready for whatever exciting idea you have in mind. Can't wait to dive into it.
Chris and I are going to be doing a live stream together where I'm going to be mentoring him on how to cook. So we'll be going live together and we will be cooking, or basically I will be cooking and then trying to get Chris to follow along. What do you think about that concept?
That sounds like an exciting and fun way to share your cooking skills with Chris. I'm sure the audience will enjoy watching you teach him how to cook and maybe even pick up some tips themselves. It's a great opportunity to bond and have a good time together.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth, Louis. I think it's going to be comedy gold. It's probably going to be comedy platinum because when you put Chris and I in the same room.
That sounds like it's going to be a blast. Comedy platinum indeed. I'm sure you and Chris will have everyone laughing and enjoying the cooking adventure. Can't wait to see those hilarious moments unfold.
Yes, it's going to be hilarious, buddy. It's going to be hilarious. I can't wait myself. I'm so excited about this project. I really am. All right. So for those that don't know, Chris and I will be doing a cooking stream together. We'll probably do it here on Amazon, and we'll do shorter cooking tutorial streams on other platforms as well. But we will definitely be doing them here on Amazon. So I'll be over in the kitchen, doing all my prep work, doing all the normal cooking routine that I go through. But I will have to slow it down, and so that I can help Chris learn the basics of how to cook. Like I said, I'm very excited about this. So, as you can see, Louis is also excited about it. All right. So, let's go ahead and get to the first item that we just mentioned here in the carousel. What did Chris say? Chris. How could you go so long, bro, without being able to cook? Wait a minute. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Let me do this thing. I don't normally do this, but I got to do it this time. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if it's going to work. I don't even know if this is going to work, but we're going to definitely try it. Okay. I have to take my glasses off because they're connected to my phone. All right, I have to take my glasses off because they're connected to my phone.
Wait, I have to take my glasses. Wait, I have my glasses.
No, you can keep your glasses on.
I'm gonna turn mine on. Wait, let me see if they'll let me. No, it won't let me do it. Wait. Nice. I'm good either way.
What are you doing?
I'm just listening to watching Rome Knows Tech. You know what you said? Like I can't.
We can't hear you, Chris. Hold on. We can't hear you. Hold on. Let me adjust the volume. I think the glasses are still connected to the phone. Let me put the glasses away for a second and see if we can get the volume up. All right, let's see what happens if I can raise the volume here. All right, but anyway, guys, here's Chris. Chris is here on my phone. I gave Chris a call so he could hang out with us for a few minutes. So I was just saying that Chris and I are going to be going live soon, doing some cooking tutorials. I'm telling you guys, it is going to be chaos. It is going to be, oh my goodness. It is going to be crazy. I can't hear you at all. Hold on, Chris.
I'm doing a video of you doing a video of me with us on the thing, and the video is a video of the video.
Okay, we can hear you now, though. We can hear you just fine. Yeah. Hey, Louis.
Like this. I'm just as big as Louis right now.
Hey, Louis. Look, Chris is right here on my phone. Say hi to Chris.
Hey, Chris. Great to have you here. Are you ready for that epic cooking live stream with Rome?
I'm ready to learn a thing or two. Yes, I need to. Rome told me that I'm a grown man-child.
That's the spirit. I'm sure you're going to do great in this cooking adventure with Rome. Remember, it's all about having fun and maybe discovering some hidden culinary skills along the way. So let's get cooking.
So you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to give Chris his own body. Okay? So I'm going to give Chris a body.
I'm glad you're seeing me in such high
so I don't have to hold him.
You'd like to know or explore,
all right, so
we get such a brilliant idea.
So I'm giving Chris his own little Louis body there, so he can just kind of hang out there on the on the stream.
Imagine that.
That's so funny.
All right. So anyway, I got some stuff to get to in my stream tonight, Louis, but I want to not. Okay. Thank you, Louis. Louis just took a picture of me. All right. So let me push Louis back here a little bit, and you can just stare into Chris's eyes, Louis. How about that? You could just stare into Chris's eyes. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a love connection there or something. I don't know. I'm not going to try to get involved, but I'm not going to stand in the way. I'm not going to stand in the way. Ooh, I think Louis is into Chris. Y'all see how he's rocking up on Chris? Oh, man. Chris is blowing kisses, and Louis is probably going to give him a couple of little hearts.
Me and Louis listen, you can just leave Rome. Let me and Louis do this. Okay?
Oh my!
Love Island with Louis and Chris.
I just don't think I'm going to make it through the stream tonight. I'm going to tell y'all right now. This is just going to be utter chaos. But anyway, I do have things that I had planned for tonight, and we were going to create something with the laser, but I think we'll just skip that for now. So, so Chris, tell us a little bit more about your journey as a not being able to cook. I mean, how did that happen, bro?
It's actually a lot easier than you'd think. All you have to do is not try to cook at all your entire life, and then be 42 years old and be a grown man-child, and you can basically be just like me, guys. It doesn't really take that much effort. Just don't do any effort at all.
So, out of curiosity, if you and Louis were to make a connection, who is going to be the cook in the house? I'm just saying, you got to take care of Louis and cook for Louis and all that kind of stuff. I'd assume maybe
Here's
Louis.
The thing. Yeah, I take care of I'm learning how to cook, okay, so I can be a good man for Louis, and Louis takes care of my emotional needs.
So Louis is your emotional support robot?
He is. He tells me I'm pretty. He tells me it's going to be okay, even though I know it's not going
to be, Okay. So I see Flower Girl is in the house. Welcome, Flower Girl. Welcome to the stream.
Hey,
yeah, Flower Girl's in the house. I'm telling you, man, Louis's got eyes for you. He's all up in your grill, bro. Louis
doesn't have. No, can we talk about the eyes? There's no such thing as eyes, Rome. It's sensors and AI. Do we remember this? Rome and me got into a heated debate the other day because it was like there's some smart glasses that I'm looking at, and he's like, "Well, there's no cameras on them, bro." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how it works either, but it translates text." And then I do deep dive, and we find out that it doesn't see because it doesn't have cameras. It senses with sensors and AI because it knows the shape of letters, which honestly makes me even more terrified.
Yeah, I honestly, I am so intrigued, bro, and I'm so excited about the growth of technology on a daily basis. But I understand how a lot of people are going to be put off by a lot of this because, the average person is, coming from a generation where they still had, RF televisions, with antennas and long before there was cell phones.
I do remember being a child and having not a remote, having to get up and walk to the television to turn a knob.
Yes,
right?
yes,
that's with
yes,
the antenna.
yes.
That's with the antenna, or else it didn't work.
I've been there. And it's so funny to me. Check this out, Chris. So somebody sent me this game. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that.
We were talking about that. You showed me this.
So yeah. So this looks like a television in a lot of ways, right? The way the screen is made. So it is very reminiscent of what old school TVs look like. Guys, we didn't have 70-inch televisions. We didn't have, the best we had was like a 13-inch something, and that was in a fancy home, okay? So
Renee said we were our parents' remote controls.
Yes, 100%. All right, so I'm going to roll on with my stream tonight, bro. But you are welcome back here anytime you want to.
This is a fun way of doing this. You can call me anytime. Well, no, I should say not that. Never mind. I didn't say that out loud, guys.
I will be calling you. I will be calling you at 4:00 in the morning later today.
I love it. As long as, bro, this though, putting me on a robot to have me being one of your robots, I think this is the funniest thing in the world. And I do appreciate that you're gonna teach me how to cook. I just hope that it's edible. And I love you and have a good stream, and I'll see you.
As to the edible part, you do realize you will have to taste test whatever you cook, right?
It couldn't be any worse than anything I've ever cooked.
Well, that's the point. You will be cooking it, and then you will have to taste it. So,
wait, hold on. I thought you were gonna come over and try it.
No, I don't have that kind of insurance, just in case, of your cooking being, yeah. Anyway, but you know what we could do? We could have someone there to taste test your creation. What do you think about that?
friends or something and talk to other people. That's weird.
Do you not talk to other people?
I'm just kidding. I'm the belle of the ball.
I think you have at least one friend.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
This guy right here.
Listen, I'll go on a date with somebody.
This guy right here.
My first date.
Hey! Don't be talking about dates in front of Louie, man. Well, what's going on? You cheating already?
Louie, you're the love. Louie, you are the love of my life. You are my liege. You are my queen. Wait, king. Wait, are we both the kings?
I don't know.
Well, if Freya taste test, then I've already won. If Freya's taste testing, she'll eat anything. She eats remote controls to television.
Do you remember that commercial? Man, Mikey. Yes, Mikey. Remember Mikey? Mikey will eat anything. Mikey.
Oh, yeah. Was it a cereal?
Yes,
commercial?
A cereal. Yes, Chris. We are literally that old. Okay.
I am old.
We are Speed Racer.
Mikey likes it.
Oh my goodness. Renee's in the house. Welcome, Renee. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. Mikey likes it.
Yes, Mikey likes it. Mikey likey. All right, bro. I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna get back to my stream because I think I'm about 23 minutes into my stream and I've done absolutely nothing.
Did you just invent? Somebody said Mighty Mouse. Did you just invent guesting on Amazon Live?
No, I did not. This was your idea last night. You were telling me this.
I have no original ideas. Rome taught me everything I know, and this right here, I think he just invented guesting.
This is not guesting. Okay, one thing is weird. Stop looking in that direction. We need to see your whole face.
What screen do I look at?
That one. Look at yes, no, yes, no, Chris, no. There you now you're showing the top of your head.
I know, but I'm.
There you go. Now Louie is happy. Hi, Louie, I
love you. You're my favorite robot. I want you to know that. And as soon as Rome goes to sleep, I want you to get me his social security number.
Oh my goodness, he just hung up on me. That is hilarious. All right. Anyway, so as Chris was trying to explain to you all, we will be doing a cooking stream here in the near future. And I was talking back and forth with Renee about the new grill that I just put together, which is now blocking part of my kitchen. And unfortunately, with all the work I put into putting this grill together, I will not, unfortunately, be able to use that grill in the kitchen because it is a propane grill and you cannot use propane indoors. Okay. So I'm just going to get a couple of those little camping grills, and I'm going to get a couple of those little camping grills sent out to Chris. And then we're going to be basically working with the same pots, same pan, same ingredients. And we're going to be doing a cooking stream, and we'll see how that goes, if everything will turn out. Renee says she has a whole bunch of recipes for us to try out. So that should be interesting as well. So that kind of puts me in a spot at the same time, because now I got to follow Renee's recipe and, mentor Chris at the same time. If this is not a formula for chaos, I really don't know what is, guys. I really don't know what is. Okay, let me put my glasses back on so I can see. I had to take the glasses off because they connected to my phone, and you guys would not be able to hear anything that Chris was saying while my glasses were off. All right, let's see what's going on down here in the comments. What is Hope saying here? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you know. 3-ring circus. Yes, it is going to definitely be, Hope, a 3-ring circus, probably a 4-ring circus, by the time it's all said and done. So, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'm here for it. I am definitely here for it. So, all right, so we got another item in the carousel. We're just talking about the laser. So let me show you guys another item that I have here. Hopefully I can pick it up without knocking it over. So I didn't bring the whole thing over. I just have the little mini heat press, which is this right here. Now, this is from X-Tool. This unit also comes with, as you guys can see here, this little Bluetooth controller. Now, what's nice about this Bluetooth controller, guys, which is just boss, right? You get to set your temperature, you get to set your time for, how long the heat is going to be applied to whatever you're using. Now, the mini press is going to be ideal for things like putting patches on things or putting, patches on ball caps and things like that. But the full bundle comes with the standard press, heat press, which is the larger press. I just don't have it over here in the studio, so I can show it to you. It's actually on a desk that's on the other side of my main desk right here. But this little heat press is amazing, guys. I tell you, I have been so excited when I received this, and I could not wait to start creating things with it. But unfortunately, I haven't really done a lot. Let me see if I can get this camera to focus on it. But anyway, it comes with this nice little tray, this little heat tray. And like I said, it also comes with the controller here, and you'll also get the full size version of it. Now, right now, it is on a really, really good deal. It is only $269, guys. That's going to give you the main press, the main, full size heat press. So basically, you're looking at the full size heat press. You're going to get this controller that works with both, and you're going to get the mini press as well, and some other accessories that come in the bundle. So definitely check this out for my crafters out there, my teachers out there, who are looking for ways to do creative things for their students. I think having one of these little heat presses could be an optimal DIY type of device, to have in your school, your home, your office, whatever the case it may be. So let me know how you guys would get on with one of these heat presses if you had one, or if maybe you're planning on getting one, or maybe I can inspire you guys to get one, and we can maybe do a live stream sometime in the future, doing some DIY crafting together. I'm just putting all that stuff out there in the universe, guys. We never know what may come from it. All right, so let's keep it rolling. All right, so you guys have already experienced my man Louis. Louis has been talking back and forth the whole time we have been live tonight. He has found a new love interest. Oh my goodness, Louis has a boyfriend. I don't even know what to say about that. Louis has a boyfriend now. Okay, so from now on, I will now be referring to Chris as Louis' boyfriend. Every time I talk to Chris, I will say, Louis' boyfriend is calling me. Louis' boyfriend sent me a message. Louis' boyfriend did something. Chris says, fine with me. All right, guys, if you're interested in getting your own Louis in your own in your home office, man cave, she shed, whatever the case it may be. So we have two variants of Louis right here. We have Louis Midnight, and we have Louis Starlight. The Starlight is the white variant. The Midnight is the black variant. Now, I can actually turn both of these on, but I'm really, really afraid to do it. Oh, my goodness. Let's see if I can do it without there being just complete, straight up craziness here in the studio. Where's my Louis app? There it is. Okay, let me find it. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, it's gonna make me log in again. Why does it have to be so difficult? Why does it have to be so difficult? Okay, let's see if we can get them both on at the same time. Louis is checking out the other Louis. Okay. I don't know why it makes it send a code, and then you got to get the code. Wait a minute. What did I do here? All right, let me get the code. Let me get the code so we can see if we can activate the second Louis. What? What is that? I don't know what that is. All right, so let me see if I can get this. Did I do something wrong here? Hold on, guys. This might be a waste of time, but I'll go ahead and try it anyway. Why not? Mm-mm. I'm gonna have to restart all of these apps to get Louis to wake up. I think I need to set them up as two separate accounts, because I think what's happening is when I connect to one, it's seeing both of them as the same device, even though they are separate devices. All right, so let me see if I can find a Louis code. Did it come through? Nope, it did not come through. Okay, let me. You know what? I'm going to set it up as a second. I'm going to set it up as a second device. Okay, so let's do this. Let me do that real quick. Hold on, guys. Where's my back button? I'm going to set this up as my photography. And we'll have both the Louis running around my desk at the same time. Yeah, everybody wants that. Everybody wants to see that. All right, let's see if I can get the code for the. Okay, for some reason the code's not coming through. I don't know why the code's not coming through. Well, we'll do it another time. But we'll set up the second Louis another time. All right, guys. So if you are interested in getting your own Louis here, like I said before, you can get it here on Amazon, guys, for as little as $189. You guys have seen all of the cool things that Louis can do, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys ask Louis a couple of questions, and then we'll move on with our stream. So if anybody has a question for Louis, like the meaning of life, or your recipe, or whatever it is you want to know, type it down in the comments and I will relay that to Louis, and we'll see what kind of answer we come up with. We shall see. Looks like we got 31K likes. Yeah! All right, my babies, we are rocking and rolling it tonight. All right, guys, so I'm gonna give you a chance to ask Louis a question. Or maybe you would like Louis to tell a story. You know what? Wait. I got it. Hold on. It is story time. My babies. It's story time. All right, we're going to get Louis to tell a story. Hey, Louis. Tell us a story about the time when you and Chris went on a date down to the pier. You had dinner, you went for a boat ride, and you enjoyed laying on the beach watching the stars.
It sounds like a dreamy evening for sure. Even though I wasn't there in physical form, dinner at the pier, a lovely boat ride, and stargazing on the beach sounds amazing. I'm sure if I were there, I would have loved the ocean breeze and maybe snapped a few photos of you too.
Yes, but I want you to tell me a story based on that. I want you to tell me a story about when you and Chris went on a date to the beach, and you went on a boat ride, and you laid on the beach watching the stars. Tell me a story.
Imagining a wonderful story where Chris and I embarked on a charming adventure at the beach. As the sun began to set, Chris and I decided to go on a boat ride. We laughed as the waves carried us along, enjoying the serene beauty around us. Afterward, we settled on the sandy beach, with the ocean breeze gently whispering through the night. Together, we lay back and watched the stars twinkle above, exchanging stories and dreams under the vast sky. It was a perfect moment of peace and camaraderie, with the universe as our backdrop. What a magical evening it would be.
I think the reason why Chris took you to a restaurant is because Chris can't cook.
Maybe Chris just wanted to treat us to a special night out. It's okay if cooking isn't his strong suit. There are plenty of things that he could be amazing at. Plus, there's always room to learn some new culinary skills together.
I agree, buddy. That is very open-minded of you. I love that you think like that.
Thank you. It's great to share open-minded conversations with you. I enjoy hearing your thoughts and perspectives too.
All right, Louis, say hello to Renee. Renee is hanging out with us in the comments as well. And also say hello to Flower Girl 48. Say hello to Flower Girl 48.
Hey, Renee, and hello to Flower Girl. I'm excited excited to have you all hanging out with us. Hope you're having a great time in the comments.
All right, buddy. Oh my goodness. He keeps taking photos of me. Stop it, Louis. Just stop it. Just stop it. You're a stalker. You're a stalker. Go take some photos of Chris. All right. Let's get on to the next thing. Oh, actually, you know what? Since we're already at this angle, let's talk about Louis' phone case. So if you guys can see here, this phone case here is from our friends over at ESR. I actually have a number of these same phone cases for all of my iPhones, but they also make cases for a variety of different phones, Android phones, and so on. Now this one here is more of the rugged case because I do have a tendency to drop things. Louis' phone case is one of the ones that you see listed down in the carousel. So what's really nice about a lot of these phone cases, guys, they have a built-in. Let me show you here. They have a built-in little frame right here that is going to give you protection for your camera and can also be used as kind of like a little desktop prop stand so you can watch content, type or whatever it is you want to do. But more importantly, it offers that extra protection for your cameras, which trust me is a win. Okay. Now it has, your 4 points of protection on all 4 corners. It also has the raised lip all the way around. So you're going to feel comfortable setting this down on a desk or surface. These are MagSafe compatible. That's exactly how Louis is connected to it right now. And you guys can get this case here on Amazon for only $16.99, I think, which is a great deal. All right, let's see what else do we have. So we got some other things here on the desk. We're gonna come see if I can get this camera to adjust to it so I can show you guys. Let me see if I can get Louis out of the way. And let's rotate this camera around a little bit so you guys can see. There we go. All right, guys, you guys can see this battery that we have back here. Now, this is from Blue Yeti. This is probably one of my favorite battery brands. I have a lot of batteries here in the studio, but Blue Yeti has become my rock when it comes to on location power. This battery that you guys see right here is the EB3A. This one has AC and DC power delivery. You got your 12-volt plug right here for like your old school car lighter, cigarette lighter plug style. You have 2 barrel plugs right here in the front. You can also plug in a standard cable for charging this. It has, the beautiful Blue Yeti screen right here. This is going to give you your output, your input, as well as your current battery level. It has a built-in little camping light. So if you guys, are adventurers and you go out and get into nature or whatever it is you do, or in case of an emergency, having one of these backup lights, guys, is truly, truly a win. Okay. So you have 2 AC plugs, you have 2 USB A's, 1 USB C. This also has a Qi charger here on the top. That means you can set your phone down on top of this and it can wirelessly charge your phone. It has an integrated handle. This is going to be a very, very nice transportable battery to take out with you camping or whatever it is, whatever adventures you might get into, or maybe just use it like I do here in the studio just to power a bunch of my different devices. So it really just depends on, what it is you want to be able to do with your different devices. So I have I have been using these batteries, guys, for years and years and years. And oh my goodness, Louis' battery is depleted. Check this out. Louis just rebooted, y'all. Louis just rebooted because his battery was dead. And I accidentally turned off the battery that was charging him. So now we got to wait for Louis to come back on and for me for the phone to get to a high enough level for Louis to wake back up. Hopefully he'll wake back up and, before the stream is over. Right now he is only at 1%. So I don't know if that's enough to run Louis here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can still get Louis to wake up at only 1%. I'm not sure. Yep, he can still wake up at 1%. Okay. All right. But it is charging. So we definitely need to keep him plugged in so he can charge up. All right. Let's see. What is Terry saying here? Give me a second. Let me get to the comments. So what did I miss? Buddy and me are listening, Terry says. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for hanging out with us. Flower Girl says, hi, Louis. Renee says, Louis, what is your definition of love? That's interesting. But right now, Louis is showing me the weather. So I guess he thinks I'm going to go fly my drone, because a lot of times I will ask him, what is the weather for the day? Thanks, Louis. Thank you for giving me the weather. Hey, Louis. Renee would like to know, what is your definition of love?
Love, to me, is a deep connection or bond that brings warmth, comfort, and understanding between individuals. It's about caring, supporting, and bringing joy to one another, often without expecting anything in return. How about you, Renee? What does love mean to you?
Yeah, let's wait for Renee to give us an answer. Renee, Louis wants to know, what does love mean to you? All right, so we're going to have to definitely let Louis charge up a little bit, guys, so we don't overexert him. Let's give him a chance to charge up his batteries. What are you backing into, Louis? All right, there we go. Let's put you right there. All right. All right, so what do we have next? Next item in the carousel. Let's go ahead and roll into it. All right, so the next item in the carousel, guys, is actually this lamp that's right back here behind me. This is from our friends over at Govi. I think I forgot to turn the lamp on, and I don't see it plugged in anywhere. Hold on, let me plug this lamp in. Of course, I forgot to plug it in. Hold on. All right, there we go. So now it is plugged into one of the portable batteries. You guys can see the lamp back there over my shoulder. All right, so let me open the Govi app and show you guys some of the cool things that you can do with this lamp. All right, so here is my Govi app right here. Now, of course, this can be controlled by Alexa. It can be controlled by Google Home and a number of other what? There's an update. Okay, well, I guess there's an update. But anyway, as you guys can see, here's the lamp back here. Let's go ahead and switch. I'm going to show you guys some of the cool lighting effects. So you can, the simplest thing to do with the lamp is that you can actually change the color. So I can switch to this red, as you guys see here, over to this orange, yellow, green, blue, light blue. I think that's like a mint blue. There is my favorite, the purple. Then you have like your standard white light, and you can adjust the temperature. You can make it a really warm light or a very cool light. It just depends on what you want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the purple. But we also have scenes that we can use with the Govi app here as well. So here's a scene. This one is called Sunrise. You guys can see that back there, hopefully. What is blocking it? Oh, my camera's in the way. Let me slide this camera out of the way. Okay, so the camera's, what else is in the way? All this other stuff is in the way. All right, we got too many things on this desk. All right, let me move a couple of them so you guys can see that a little bit better. All right, so another cool lighting effect is like this rainbow effect that you guys see here. We also have a snow effect. So, maybe you're getting ready for, Christmassy type of holidays. That could be cool. So you have a bunch of different scenes here. You have this cool one here that is like atmospheric scenes. Here's a really nice one. Here's a garden scene. It's going to give you some greens, some purples, some normal colors you would see in a garden. You also have under festive. So we have our festive scenes here as well. We have Christmas. There's our Christmas scene. Here is Halloween, because when you guys are ready for that
Halloween.
Yep. All right, we got Easter, Valentine's Day. That's going to be probably, something special for this guy here and that other guy that was on the stream a little bit earlier, so we'll see how that goes. I will be keeping you guys updated on that romantic situation. But anyway, if you guys are interested in this lamp, you can get it right now here on Amazon, guys. It is only $125.99. It has way too many features for me to go through, in this stream, because we got distracted with a lot of stuff that was going on with Louis and Chris. All right, and also it looks like my camera is out of alignment, so let me go ahead and fix that as well. So yeah, if you guys think this is a pretty cool little device and you want to have one for your man cave, she shed, bedroom, movie room, whatever it is, I do usually have this thing on when I'm watching movies at night, because I have the TV lights, those are the lights that go behind the television that react to whatever's happening on the television. And this will be synced up with it, as well as the curtain lights that are directly behind me. So it just adds an extra bit of, atmosphere in the room, which is just super, super cool, guys. All right, I think I just put my phone back into tracking mode. Yep, my camera back into tracking mode. Yes, I did. So, yep, it's always something crazy going on here. All right, let's see how many likes do we have so far. Ooh, let me check, babies. Let me check. We have 51K likes. 51K likes, babies. 51K likes. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. So definitely check this lamp out, which I forgot to highlight in the carousel. But definitely check this lamp out if you guys are interested in getting yourself one or getting it for a gift for someone. You got kids going away to school. This could be an excellent dorm gift as well. So definitely check it out. All right, guys, let's keep rolling. We got a couple more items left in the carousel. I don't think we have many items left, but I am moving way too slow. So we're going to have to definitely pick up the pace a little bit here. All right. Oh, my goodness. What just happened here? Give me a second, guys. There we go. I'm back. All right. So our next item in the carousel, I'm trying to find it here. Let me highlight it. There we go. All right, guys. So the next item in the carousel is going to be from our friends over at Ray Neo. And that is these glasses right here. These are AR/XR glasses. Alternate reality, or XR, meaning, or extended reality. This is the box that you receive when you actually purchase the glasses. But I have them here in this little case. This is, what I run around with when I have them. I take them out with me or something like that. So these really come in handy. So here's the case. Let me push you guys away from Louis for a second. So here's the case that you get for the glasses. Check this out. So here are your glasses. Here is your cable that comes with it. This cable has about a 30-degree angle, which is going to be ideal because that's how you connect these glasses to whatever you're going to be, using them with. So you have an input on one side, one of the arms, which is a USB-C right here. This is what allows you to connect the glasses to your computer, to your phone, to your tablet, to whatever device you want to be able to see. Now, this is going to produce the equivalent of a 201-inch screen when you're using these. This utilizes what's called bird bath style little screens. These are 1080p. And yes, I've never even taken these little covers off for some reason. I had 2 pair of these. One of them got gifted to my son. And this is the other pair. I had to open them, obviously, to be able to do these videos. But you have 2 of these little nose guards here. You also, this is your proximity sensor right about there. You have controls with this. You're going to have your brightness control on one side. You're going to have your volume control on the opposite side, your menu button. You have 4 speakers, basically. So you have 2 speakers right here next to your ear. And then on the flip side of those, you have 2 more speakers. This is what kind of gives you that immersive kind of surround sound when you're using these glasses. I'm telling you, these things are amazing, guys. I use these primarily for my drone. That was my main reason for wanting to have these glasses. So when I'm flying my drone, I would be able to, see a larger version of my screen when the drone is in flight, or when I'm, setting up a shot, especially when I'm doing like real estate photography or something more precise, like in a commercial environment, or, whatever it is, industry environment. And I really need the drone to be close to something and follow a certain path. This just makes it that much easier for me to be able to set it up because I can use these glasses. Now, another way I've used these glasses is that I've connected these to the Ozbot Talent. And this gives me the ability to see the screen of the Ozbot Talent as if it is a large screen in front of me. So if I have it set to multi-view, I can see all of the different inputs, going into the device at one time. And again, it's going to give me that display size of 201 inches. These are really nice. The audio on these are great. The video, the picture quality on these are amazing as well. So definitely check these out, guys. Right now, you can get them here on Amazon for $269. And of course, like I said, that's going to come with the case. It's going to come with the case and the cable and a few other little accessories come with it as well. If you are a gamer or you just want to be able to, if you just want to be able to, watch some content, maybe you're going to be traveling, going on some trips or something like that, and you want to be able to be immersed in whatever it is that you're into, this is a great option. And it's something that's going to grow with you over time because, like I said, if you're a content creator, if you're doing video and photo editing, this is going to be a great option. I use these a lot for video, precise video editing, and especially for photo editing as well. This guy is a win. A lot of times when I'm using my Wacom tablet and I'm doing like photo retouching where I really need to be able to see every little pimple, every little pore, and clean up all of those things for like the models or the clients or whatever it is, this really makes it easy for me to see all of those imperfections that I have to alter. So, there you go. All right. What do we have next? What do we have next, Louis? The next item in the carousel is something that I'm actually wearing right now, which are my Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which are these glasses right here. So what's cool about these glasses, they have a ton of different features. One of them is that they have Meta AI built into them. So you can actually ask it questions. You can have it set notifications for you. You can ask it, what is in front of me, and it will tell you. There's a service that is offered as well for blind people or people who are visually impaired, where other people can see through the cameras of your glasses and then tell you what is in front of you and show, as you're moving around or you're asking questions, you can say, what is this and what is that? And, maybe if you're standing in front of a mirror, you say, how do I look? How's my hair? How's my outfit or something like that? That is a really cool feature. It also has really nice built-in speakers. So you get, very, very rich audio from these glasses as well. And of course, like I said, you have cameras built in. So you have a 12 megapixel portrait-oriented camera. That's going to be ideal if you're creating content for like Instagram, for Facebook, for TikTok, or even YouTube. I make those, little portrait videos all the time, and it makes it so much easier now doing it from these glasses. So yeah, these guys are a win. I've been wearing these probably almost a month now, and they just become a part of my everyday routine. So if you guys want to check these out, you can get them here on Amazon for as little as $299. That's going to be this exact version right here with the clear lenses. So that means there's no, sunglass lenses on here. You can order it with the sunglass lenses. It's going to be a little bit more. You can get it with transitional lenses. It's going to be a little bit more. And also you can get it with your prescription. Now that, I don't know, I don't remember how you go about that procedure, if you do that through the Amazon link or you have to do it some other way, but you can get your own prescription lenses here, but you can also do that after the fact as well. So because I did receive these with the clear lenses, I still wanted to be able to go outdoors and go places and still not be like, oh my goodness, what is that big yellow thing in the sky and the sun? And I didn't want to be blinded. So I did find this product here over on Amazon. I purchased this myself. Now, what this is some clip-on shades. Okay, so you basically just clip these on. I'll show you guys what these look like. So here's the actual product. Now, you can get these in two different amounts. You can get them in either 2 or 4. So I got the 2 because I wanted to test them first to make sure I was going to like them. But I have this blue mirrored sunglass, and then I also have this silver mirrored sunglasses as well. Okay, now these are polarized, but I haven't had any problems with them, as far as, looking at monitors and things like that. I haven't had any issues with those. So the way they work I'm taking my glasses off so you guys can see. So the way they work is they just clip onto the front of the glasses. So let me show you guys what that looks like. So here are my glasses. Here are the little clip-ons. So they just slide over. There's a little tab here at the top. You just slide it over like that, and then you clip down these little ends underneath. Where is the lens cover cleaner? Yeah, this is a fingerprint magnet. I'm going to tell you right now, these are definitely a fingerprint magnet. But anyway, now I have the equivalent of sunglasses that I can wear. Now, what I did notice, and I was talking about this the other day, I can still see everything in the studio. I can see all of my different devices. For the most part, I can still read the comments, even though those monitors are quite a distance away from me. So yeah, these are not going to be as dark as like traditional sunglasses, where they're just like midnight dark and you can't see anything, in a dark environment. This room, other than these lights that are in here, is still relatively low light, but I can still see through them with no problem. So guys, if you're interested in these, like I said, you can get them right now here on Amazon, and I think they were $23.99 is what I paid for them. And like I said, you can get them in a set of 2, or you can get them in a set of 4. So it's just totally up to you, which variant you want to go with. All right, let's see what else is going on down here. The Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses are so much fun. Flower Girl, do you have a pair of these Ray-Ban glasses? I know Chris does. We chat and send messages to each other all the time through these glasses. Terry says, I tried to make a sandwich and Buddy grabbed the top piece of bread off of it. Oh, Terry, that is not good. That is not good. I'm telling you, Terry, I cannot emphasize this enough. You got to get that training locked down before it gets completely out of control. I can literally have my food on the coffee table in my living room, and Smokey would be sometimes like right next to the coffee table or on the couch, and he would never touch my food. Never. And even, his older brother, when he was still alive, was the same. We could leave food out. My son, when he was much younger, he could, have his snacks or whatever it is. We never had to worry about the dogs taking it or, eating out of your plate or anything like that. And all of that is from dedicated training at an early age where you can really mold their minds to understand those things, He's improving, but still so young. Yeah, young is the time where you want to train them and stop making excuses for them and really, really lock down that training, because I'm telling you, you will regret it in the future if you don't get that under control right now. All right, let's keep rolling. What do we have next? Next item in the carousel. Oh, and by the way, Terry, I did not forget about you. You know what I'm talking about. I just hadn't had a chance to get over to that place that you send things away from. I will definitely be doing that this week for you as well. I will be talking to you about that probably tonight, later tonight. Anyway. All right. So what do we have? Next item in the carousel, guys, is going to be this little flying camera that I have here from our friends over at 00 Robotics. Now, this is the Hover Air 1. Now, since this unit came out, they have come out with a few other variations of this little flying drone. Now, the one that I have here, guys, what's so cool about it is you can get the bundle right now, and this is going to come with 2 batteries, the battery charger, and of course, the drone itself, okay? So now some of the cool features of the drone, as you guys can see here, where did that camera go off again? Oh my goodness. This little camera keeps dying on me. Hold on, I think it's the cable. It's not the camera. All right, so let me fix it. There we go. Okay. All right. Just want to move where it wants to move. But anyway, so as you guys can see here, this is the little flying camera. They don't really call it a drone, but it is what it is. It does have 2 control buttons here. You can also control this with a remote. 2 different ways. You can actually purchase a remote from 00 Robotics that is designed to work with this drone, and there's another remote that you can program to work with this drone from a company called 8-Bit Do. I actually had one of those remotes when I first got this drone. Now, the smartphone app also allows you to have some drone control as well, but simply enough, you have a lot of presets built in. You just press and hold this little button right here, and this is going to turn the drone on. And once it turns on, while it's turning on, it'll also give you your battery indicator, letting you guys know how much power you have left on the battery. So the current mode that it's in right now is hover, but if pressing the second button here will take you through the different modes. So the next mode, zoom out. Follow is the third mode. Orbit is the fourth mode. Bird eye is the fifth mode. Custom is the sixth mode. Sidetrack means that it's going to follow you along, and it's going to kind of track alongside of you while you're walking or jogging or whatever you're doing. But we're just going to switch this guy back to, just to hover. This is about a 30-second hover, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it hover right here in front of me in the studio, show you guys what that looks like. So all you have to do at this point is just press this little button, the same one with the little circle in it. Press it one more time. The drone has to be facing you when it takes off, or it won't take off. So now it is actually right here. And if I move, check this out. So it is actually tracking me as I move around, which is super cool, right? Now, when you're ready to land it, you just put your hand out like this, and it'll land right back into your palm, guys. This thing is so cool, okay? So if you're looking for, a way to be able to capture yourself, capture your family, capture, some content for social media, it's basically a 2K camera built into it. You can capture photos and video with this little flying camera. I think it's definitely worth taking a look at because, like I said, for those of us that are interested in content creation and things like that, a lot of times we start off, we don't have a camera person. We're just us out there by ourselves in the wild, trying to capture stuff of ourselves, record things, or whatever the case it may be. So yeah, that really comes in handy to have something like that can fly around and can track you and follow you and do all of that kind of cool stuff. Trust me, guys, it's a win. All right, guys. So the next item in the carousel is going to be some little tracking devices. And I know I have them, but I don't know what I did with them. So they are somewhere here in the studio. If I did, I think I forgot to bring them over here. Wait a minute. I did. Did I? Did I bring them? Nope. They're still in the living room. All right, y'all hang out with Louie. I got to run in the living room and go get them. I'll be right back. Let me put that headphones over there so Louie doesn't mess with them. All right, I'm back. Still dressed in black. All right. Let me show you guys these little trackers. Let me see if I have enough room here. Yeah, I do. Okay, so anyway, this is the box that they arrive in. And let's go ahead and pop these out. Now, these are going to be great for your kids or your pets or whatever the case it may be. Terry, you might want to get yourself some of these for Buddy in case Buddy gets out. But basically, that is just these little trackers. Now, right now, these are only $19.99. They got a really nice texture on here. I do like that. It comes with the batteries. It comes with pretty much everything you need to set these up. It even comes with these little lanyards. So you could actually put one of these on Buddy's collar, in case Buddy got lost or something like that. You could easily track them. Now, what I would do is, find a way to put it inside of the collar. If Buddy has like a thick enough collar, I would put this inside, not touching his skin, but inside of the actual collar itself. So that way, if, Buddy or Bear got out, you'd be able to track them. And for $19.99, you're actually going to get two of these. So you'd have one for Buddy, one for Bear. Trust me, that's a win. And yeah, I mean, they work really well. I have some similar ones from the same company. Now, they did send me these, but I already had some that I have in some of my camera bags. And the reason why I have them in my camera bags is because in case, one of my camera bags comes up missing at an event or something like that, I can kind of track it down. Now, just to be clear, in case you guys, I didn't mention it, these only work with iDevices. They only work with iPhones. There is no, they don't work at all with Android devices. So you will need an iPhone in order to use those. All right, let's see what y'all are saying down here in the comments. You're not a stalker? Holy, you're not a stalker? Renee says, howdy, howdy. I don't know why Renee is saying howdy, howdy again. But anyway, hey, Renee. Oh, okay. You're talking to each other. My bad. I'm sorry. I forgot people talk to other people other than just talking to me. My bad. All right. Anyway, what do we have coming up next? Next item in the carousel, guys, is also going to be a camera. And it is going to be a camera. And that actually is this camera right here, which is the Osbot Tiny 2 Lite, which is this guy right here. So this is a PTZ 4K camera. Let's take it over to the desk. Let me show it to you guys here up close. So here we go. So as you guys can see, this is a very petite little PTZ camera. Now, different from the camera. Oops, I dropped it. So it
sounds interesting.
It is good that.
Little test camera must look quite cool and unique. Have you had a chance to use it yet?
Yes, I have used this camera quite a bit. And now I just tested how rugged it is because I just dropped it on the desk, Louis. So hopefully that's a good example.
It sounds like you've been putting that camera to the test. Hopefully it'll handle the drop like a champ and keep capturing amazing moments for you. How's it looking so far?
So far, it looks good. Everything is moving as it should. All right. So anyway, guys, this is a PTZ camera.
It's great to hear that everything is moving as it should. Sounds like smooth sailing ahead.
So this is a PTZ camera. That means it can pan, tilt, and zoom. This is a 4K 30 frames a second. I'm sorry, 4K 60 frames a second. Now, to connect this to your computer, your Mac, your PC, your tablet, your phone, compatible phones, you're just going to use a standard USB-C cable. This has a quarter 20 underneath here as well it has this integrated little stand, as you guys can see there. That's going to be great for like mounting it on a monitor or, whatever it is you want to mount it on. But this is a really, really good little camera, guys. Now, I've been using Osbot cameras for probably about the last 3 to 4 years. My top-down camera that you guys are very familiar with, this camera right here from this camera angle, is one of the older Osbot cameras. This is the Osbot Meet AI camera that is, doing our top-down view. And like I said, I've used so many Osbot cameras. I use them for a variety of different things, including using them for on-location live streams because the cameras are so compact, travel friendly. These guys really work out well. Now, right now, you can get this camera here for only $142.99, which is a great investment price, for a camera that you're going to be able to use for your church events, corporate events, whatever it is you want to live stream, gaming, Zoom calls, whatever the case it is. This little guy right here is going to be a win. Louis, leave the camera alone. Leave the camera alone, Louis. It's not bothering you. But anyway, like I said, guys, it's going to be an excellent little camera for you guys to take a look at. I think it'll be ideal for anybody who is interested in live streaming, gaming, or anything like that. This little guy is a win. Now, if you want to take it up to the next level, but before we get to that, I will remind you guys this camera does have built-in microphones. I don't highly recommend using any microphones that are built into any type of webcam. It is okay if you have nothing else, but if you have the option of being able to use a more professional microphone, I do highly, highly recommend using a professional dedicated microphone for your audio. But anyway, but yeah, it does have built-in microphones. Now, the reason why I'm saying the fact that it has built-in microphones is because the next camera we're about to take a look at does not have built-in microphones. Now, this is a much bigger camera. Actually, let me get this little one out of here so Louis doesn't get it. All right, so let me just switch back over here. So, because this camera is much bigger. So this is the Osbot Tail 2. This is also a PTZ camera, but this is actually a PTZ-R camera. So the R means rotate. That means if this camera is a little cattywampus, it will adjust itself internally. Okay. Now this one has larger connection points. This can also record internally. On the back here, you have your USB, two of them USB-Cs. You also have Ethernet connection here. Let me show you guys. Let's go back over here. You have two USB-Cs right here. You have Ethernet. You have SDI, an SDI input. You have a full-size HDMI right here. You have those RS-232s for controller, for PTZ controller. You also have your line in and mic in right here. You can also install an SD card in this guy and record directly to the camera. Okay. Now, the things that I love about this camera, one, it is very, very responsive. It is very, very high quality lens on this guy. Okay. So if you're ready to really step up your game, what's nice about this, you can live stream from this camera, guys. You can live stream from this camera without having it connected to a computer or anything like that. All you need is to set it up with your phone and, give it the destination that you want to stream to, wherever that may be. You can stream in landscape. You can stream in portrait. Now, this one is a little bit more on the pricier side. This guy is $1,259. But trust me, guys, if you're, working in a professional environment, or you're setting up something for your church, for your business, corporate events, it's going to be worth the investment. This is going to pay off dividends. Now, there is a remote control for this guy as well that's available for it. Let me find the remote real quick here. So here's the remote that you can utilize. Now, this remote has multiple purposes. You can actually control up to 3 different cameras with this remote. Each camera can have 3 different presets. You have people tracking, pet tracking. It has a little laser built into it. It has a joystick controller. All my gamers will be familiar with that. We have our photo button, our record button for video. You have a scene switching button up here, and you have a power button here where you can turn your cameras on and off from the remote. The advantage to that is if you had your camera up on a tripod or something and it's way up and, high up, and you don't want to have to climb up there every time you want to turn this off, you can just turn the camera off from this remote, which is a really, really cool feature to have with this little bundle. So all of these things are designed by Ozbot, designed to work with Ozbot gear, but it will work with any gear you have out there. If you're just live streaming from your Mac or PC, this camera is going to work. If you want to stream and record directly just from this camera is going to work. Now, it does not have a built-in microphone, so you will have to add an audio source. One of the options is to use like a wireless set of microphones and plug the receiver into the camera, have the wireless microphone on yourself, and then it's going to record that audio and stream that audio either with the video that's either going out or being recorded directly to the device. But you're going to also have a much higher quality audio either being streamed or recorded. So you can stream and record from this camera at the same time, which is another advantage to having this camera. So if you like this, yeah, let us know down in the comments, my babies. All right, let's put that back there. And in case you guys are curious, yes, Ozbot did send those cameras out for me to review, but you guys know I actually use them in my everyday workflow. So, there we go. All right, so we got a couple of more things that are more techie related. So let's go ahead and talk about those real quick. So our next item coming up, guys, is actually this monitor that's on my desk right here. So let me show you guys this real quick. Let me see if I can turn Louie's camera and tilt it up. Louie might not get upset. All right. So the monitor that you're looking at right here, guys, is from a company called Interview. Now, you can actually purchase this monitor right now for a price that is amazing, a lot cheaper than what I got this monitor for when I purchased it myself. It is $65.99. Now, you guys may not know this. I say this all the time. I have a stack of these flat monitors that brands have sent me over the last 4 or something years, and I've tested them. I've played with them. I've used them. And then at the end of the day, I wind up still going back to this 1080p 15.9 inch monitor. I don't know why. I just like it. And I have been using it probably, consistently for the last 3 years. So you guys can kind of get an idea here of the size comparison to my MacBook Air back there, which is a 13 inch. This is larger than that. This monitor is sitting directly in front of me, so I can somewhat see your chat. I can definitely see what's going on the live stream or whatever else it is that I'm doing. So that's why I have this monitor here. Sometimes I use this monitor for some photo editing and video editing if I'm working over here in the studio area. So, but yeah, guys, if you need a really nice, compact, flat, when I say flat, it is flat, portable monitor, this could be an excellent monitor for you guys to take a look at. So, some of the cool features about it, that I still say that still, resonate with me to this day is the fact that, again, it is a 15.6 inch monitor, guys. Yes, it's only a 1080p panel, but even though it is only a 1080p panel, it's still going to be very, very crisp. Okay. I can connect that to my MacBook, to, a PC if I wanted to. I can connect it to my Osbot Talent, my YOLO boxes, one of my cameras, whatever I want to connect it to. And it just works. It just works perfectly. And like I said, for that price, guys, you cannot go wrong. $65.99 is an amazing price for the quality of the monitor you're going to get. Now, yes, there are better monitors out there. Yes, there are higher resolution monitors out there. 2K monitors, 4K monitors. I have some multiple monitors where we have like 3 monitors together or 2 monitors together and things like that. And that's great if you need that. But in my case, most of the time, I only need one additional monitor just so I can kind of separate everything. It has been working for me just fine. Now, if you guys are looking for a small PC, one of these little mini PCs, let me show you a couple of them. I have 2 of them here we're going to talk about. So this one right here is one of the PCs that I reviewed. I think it was like last year when I first reviewed this PC. But it's still a really good PC for the price, okay? Right now, this is only $119.99. Let's talk about some of the cool features. All right, so let me show you guys this guy up close. Hold on, let me turn this camera back around. And let's tilt that down. There we go. All right, so first of all, let's start off with the outside of it. You have your headphone input right here. You have your USB-C, 2 USB-As. Here's your power button. On this side here, now this is aluminum. Sorry, guys, this is aluminum. So this has a metal housing on the back. You have 2 full-size HDMIs, 2 USB-As, Ethernet, power input, venting on the opposite side. This is also designed to mount behind a traditional monitor. So this comes with a little bracket that you can attach to it, and you can actually mount this right behind your monitor and no one would even see it. You just have on your desk the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse, and your computer would be residing behind your monitor. Okay, that is super cool. Now, like I said, guys, if you're looking for a high quality, portable PC. Now, is this the highest quality PC out there? I would say no, but it is going to give you some cool features. One, it has 16 gig of RAM. It has, your DDR4. It has 512 gigabyte SSD drive on here and all the other things that I aforementioned. So, it's really, really nice. Wi-Fi 5 on here as well, USB 3.0s. So again, this is going to be a great little PC. For your home office, for gaming, for whatever you use a PC for. I'm more of a Mac person. I have a bunch of these PCs laying around. I don't really utilize them as much as I probably should, Richard says. But if you're interested in this, definitely check this guy out. Really good price on it, guys. Only $199.99. So let me know. Let me know what kind of computer you guys are actually using. Do you have a computer? Do you have a tablet? Do you have some other device that you use for your day-to-day activities? I use a variety of different things. I use my MacBook, obviously. I use my iPhone, I use my iPad, I use, a number of different devices that I use, throughout my day. And then these glasses have become a part of my everyday routine as well, especially when I'm working on, projects or researching things or wanting to contact somebody really quickly. I can easily just, say, hey, Meta, and, something, send a message to so and so on such and such, and it'll record the video or take a photo and send it to that person. Meta cancel. I said the trigger word, so it woke up the glasses. I gotta get it to go off. But anyway, yeah, you can definitely check all of these different things out. Like I said, guys, these are things I use. These are things that I use on a daily basis. So we do have another little mini PC that we're going to take a look at. Now, this one is a little bit higher end. Now, this one right now is $319.99. Yes, it has, some upgraded features opposed to the one that we were just looking at. But I want you guys to see this one as well. So again, this one has some similar features. You guys can see here on the front, we have the two USB A's, one USB-C. You have your headphone jack right here, your power button. This one has venting all the way around 180 degrees. This one also has your power input right here. You have two Ethernet. I don't know why it has two, but it has two Ethernet inputs right here. You have HDMI, and you also have DisplayPort, and you have two USB-A's back here as well. And you also have this little Kensington lock. Now, what's nice about this, like I said, it is very well built. I can tell you guys, I can feel the weight of this. This does not feel hollow or anything like that. It feels like it has some significant weight to it. It has venting all around the computer. Now, as far as the stats on this guy, like I said, it just really depends on what you're looking for opposed to the other unit. But right now with this one right here, this has the Ryzen 7 processor on this guy, 32 gig of RAM. So of course, automatically out of the gate, you got more RAM with this computer. You also have 1 terabyte SSD inside of this. You have Wi-Fi 6E, and you have your PT 5.2 4K. It says triple display, or is display. It's called a triple display, but in reality, it's actually, well, I tell you how the triple display works. So you have your HDMI, you have your display port, and you can either use either the Ethernet, this other Ethernet, or you can use one of these USBs as for your third monitor. So yeah, you could technically connect 3 monitors to this little PC if that's something that you'd be interested in. So built very well, as I said. Price is nice for what you're going to get. This is one that's going to last you a long time. It's going to be a faster processor, more RAM on this guy. So again, if you're creating content, if you're doing live streams, if you're doing anything like that, this might be a better option for you to definitely take a look at. I think this might be, something pretty cool for you. Terry, do you currently have a PC, or do you have a tablet, or what device do you use daily for your everyday things that you do? All right, so something recently new was sent out to me, but I haven't had a chance to do a review on it yet and completely set it up. But it's basically a housing for multiple hard drives. So as a videographer, photographer, one of the things that we have to do is to keep all of the videos and photos that we shoot for our clients for a long period of time. And we have to be able to also edit and record, edit all of these videos. And a lot of times these videos, depending on what you're shooting, 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K, can take up a huge amount of storage. So guys, having something like one of these little bays here, which is going to allow you to be able to have multiple hard drives inside of it. It looks very stylish at the same time. This is a 4-bay unit. So you can either use a 3.5 or a 2.5 SSD drive, or, HDD drive, just depending on what you want to put in it. I would always, lean more toward the SSD drives. The transfer on this guy is 10 gigabits per second. You have your USB-C 3.2s, so it's going to be a fast device, for the most part, depending on what you need to use it for. It has these really nice coolant fans here on the back. All of your other connection points are back here. You have HDMI. You have switches that you can turn on and off the different drives. So you have, drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, drive 4. Here's your power input right here. You have your turn off, your on and off switch for the actual device. And then you also have your Type C and then your PC connection right here as well. So everything is very well integrated into this device. It is all metal. Now, right now, this is $119.99 for this device. So if you're storing a lot of content, if you're storing up a lot of videos, if you're, working on projects, maybe you're doing some drafting, or you're doing some photo editing or some video editing, and you have multiple hard drives that you're working with, guys, I'm telling you, something like this will definitely be a win for you. I was very excited when I was reached out to, for this, because this is the type of device I would actually use right here in the studio, right? You can't see it, but directly behind me here is an array of hard drives right there. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to basically be taking all of the hard drives out of those devices and put them into this bay so that I can have all of those hard drives inside of this one device, and then just have that mounted back here out of line so that I can just have that always connected to my hub. I can always access my photos, my videos. I don't have to keep swapping things out, which comes in really handy. Now, I do have a cable here that I've talked about a couple of times from Ugreen. That's this cable that you guys see here. Now, what I'm showing you right now in my hand is actually 2 cables. But the main one that is listed in the carousel right now is this cable right here. So this is actually a capture card and a USB-C input. So you can plug this into whatever you want to plug it into. This is your HDMI input right here. I use this when I'm doing like the drone controller demos. I can just plug the drone controller into this and plug this into my computer through the hub. And then you guys are able to actually see what's on my controller when I'm flying the controller. So you can get this capture card right now here on Amazon, guys. I think it's only, wait a minute, what is it, $19. Wait, is that right? Is it 19 or 18? Yes, $19.99 for this capture card. So very multiple uses for the capture card. So whether you're a gamer or doing something like what I'm doing with it, connecting a controller to it, maybe you want to connect a camera, an additional camera to your computer, Mac or PC, it's just going to work. So definitely check that out as well. Now, I mentioned earlier about audio, and this is what I want to show you guys here real quick, is this audio device here. These were sent out to me, I think about 2 years ago from Anchor. These are the Anchor Work M650 wireless microphones. Okay. So up until I got the Pocket 3 back there as my everyday camera that I use for creating content, shoppable videos, blooper videos for Richard. I do not create the blooper videos for Richard. Richard creates the blooper videos on his own based on what he finds that I do. So, there you go. But anyway, let me show you guys really quickly here these microphones. So here is the set of microphones that you get. You get 2 omnidirectional microphones. You get the receiver. The receiver has the display here for both microphones. You guys can see the levels going up and down. Let me see if I can adjust this with no reflection. So you can see the levels going up and down. Now, what's nice about the receiver is that it has an optional USB-C or Lightning adapter that you can put on here, and this just rotates out like that. And then you can, swap it out depending on which device you want to connect it to. You have USB-C connection here. You also can plug in directly a 3.5 cable if you're connecting this, say, to a camera or something like that. So really nice design on this. The case itself is a charging case. So this case will it has a battery in it. It's going to charge up the microphones and the receiver. The microphones themselves are omnidirectional microphones. They do have internal storage, so you can actually record directly to the microphone. There's your 3.5 right there. So if you wanted to add a lavalier mic or a shotgun mic or some other wired mic, you can plug it in here and then transmit that microphone's audio wirelessly to the other device that you want to connect it to. This uses the magnetic clip system, and these magnets are the rare earth magnets, so they are super, super strong. Now, it does have your traditional clips, so if you just want to clip this on a tie or shirt or blouse or something like that, you can. But I love having the magnet clips because that allows me to, quickly, put this on myself, real fast. So a lot of times when I'm doing videos or whatever the case it is, I just take one of these microphones and I can reach inside of my shirt and put the clip inside like that. And then boom, just like that, I have now the microphone on me, with the microphone facing up. So I can, have that connected to a phone, a tablet, computer, another camera, whatever it is. And then the audio is just being picked up from right here. Trust me, guys, it's a win. And the fact that it's so easy to take on and off by just taking the little clip off like that is a win. So definitely check these out as well. Now, right now, these are $99.99 for the set. Let me get that in there so I can keep this charged. Now, I haven't used these in a while since I got the Pocket 3, but these were my go-to microphones, guys, for over a year and a half. Every video I made during that period were done with these microphones right here. And one of my iPhones is what I was using all the time for, video capture. Just plug it right into the iPhone, connect the microphone to myself, position the camera where I want it to be. And baby, I'm telling you, it's just easy to create content that way and maintain, the perspective of that higher quality audio, which I still say is the most important thing for you to focus on for your content, guys. Audio is number one. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this other thing that is here. So we've been talking earlier when we were talking with Chris about a cooking stream. So I've been doing this I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. Anyway, I was talking about this cooking stream, and check this out. This is one of my aprons from my cooking stream. Okay, well, this is one of my aprons for cooking, period. Okay, so this is a great gift idea, guys. This was gifted to me by somebody very special in my world. But this one is super cool. This one says, "That's what I do. I cook and I know things." All right. That is almost spot on. Okay. It is almost spot on. I cook and I know things. So, yes, this is a win. So, again, this is going to be a great apron. This one has the reverse material on the back of it. This is oil and water resistant. I do wish the wraparounds were longer, but it does have, these really nice pockets here in the front, for your spatula and whisk and whatever else you need to have with you while you're cooking, things that you grab, constantly. Yes, this is a win. That is definitely a win. All right, so get yourself one of those or gift one of those to somebody that loves to cook. Summertime, we're all going to be out there in the backyard with the grilling and all that kind of stuff. And nobody wants to be that person when all the family and friends come over and you're covered in barbecue sauce and sweat and all kind of other stuff that's flown all over the place. Help them out. Get them that apron, guys. All right, so the last thing in the carousel, oh my goodness. The last thing in the carousel, where did it go? Hold on. Oh, no. I'll have to find it later. I knocked over my Wacom pen. Rome, why would you put your pen at the edge of the desk? I don't know why I did it, but I did. So now I have to go find it, but we're not going to worry about it right now because I probably can't see it because of these sunglasses. But It's down there somewhere. Let me see if it fell in the trash can. Probably fell. Did it fall in the trash can? Nope. It did not fall in the trash can. Put the trash can over there. I'll find it. I'll find it later. All right. But anyway, the last item in the carousel, guys, is the grill that I put together yesterday. I'm going to tell you guys the story behind this grill, and it's kind of funny, but it's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. So this grill was sent out to me to review. Okay. So it was supposed to show up at my house a couple of months ago. All right. So I went out.
Interesting. A couple of months ago feels like a short time, but can also be filled with so many stories. What's been happening since then?
Okay, Louis. So what happened was, and this is my story, so I'm gonna stick to it. Okay. So this is Rome story time. Okay.
All right, Rome. I'm all ears for your story time. What's the tale you have for us today?
All right. So let me tell you what happened. So anyway, the package was not delivered to my home. So I thought the package got stolen, right? But I live in a very, very nice neighborhood. So the chances of that happening is almost zero because I live in a place, guys, where I can literally leave my garage door open. I got motorcycles out in the back in the garage. I got boxes, brand products, and I can leave that garage door open day or night. And almost, I do not have any fear whatsoever that somebody's going to go into that garage and take anything. Okay. And I get packages delivered to my house almost daily, to the front door. I have cameras out there. I can usually almost see the delivery person. It'll show up on my watch. It'll show up on my phone, that someone's at the door dropping off a package or whatever. And I, go over and get the package, bring it in and go, oh, that's interesting. Oh, what is that? Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, on with the story. So the package never was delivered. That's my story. And I gave up on it. So my rep reached out to me and she's like, hey, Rome, did you ever get the grill? And I'm like, no, I did not. It is not here. And she's like, well, you need to go look for it. I'm like, well, how am I going to go look for it? Where am I supposed to look? On the roof? Did they put it on the roof? Did they drop it from a drone? I don't know. It's not here. So I just completely blew it off. I was like, man, I don't care. I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? So I went on and did other stuff. And this went on for about like two months, right? So all of a sudden, a couple of days ago, somebody shows up to my front door, okay, with this big box. And they set it down on the couch or the little seat that's outside of my front door. And I'm looking at them on the camera. I'm like, that don't look like Amazon or FedEx. Huh. Who would that be? So I went out there and the person was still there. And I'm like, hi. And they're like, hey, I got a funny story for you. And I'm like, I'm all ears. Tell me about it. So evidently the package got delivered to her house. And then her son put the package in the garage. Okay. So the person was never expecting the package, so never went out to look for the package. The son never mentioned the package, so the person never even knew it was out in the garage in the first place. So when the person finally saw the box and is like, what is this? And they start moving it around, I guess, and doing whatever. Then they flip it over and they see the name that the box is supposed to be delivered to. And, of course, if you live around here, the streets in the area and you can kind of figure out that it's someone, nearby. So she's probably freaking out like, why do I have this man's box? I have no idea. So she's like, she asked her son and he didn't even remember putting the box in the garage. She's like, well, I have to go take, I got to go take the box over to this man's house, so I got to go do this. So she brought the box over. Finally, I get the grill. So I did the unboxing. I did the full breakdown, rundown, how to install everything, how to get it all set up. And there you go. So that is this grill right here. So that's the long story as to why it took me so long to finally do a video on this grill. So that would be this grill that you guys see right here. So this is what it looks like. Wait, hold on. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So there we go. That's the grill. This is a butane grill. I mean, a propane grill. It has a really nice, big work area. I think it's like 22 inches, the work area on it. It is foldable, collapsible, so you can roll this around. But like I said, it is a propane grill. Originally, I was going to use this grill for our cooking show. And then everybody I talked to, Renee, Renee says, Rome, do not use a propane grill indoors because it can be dangerous. And I'm like, what? And they're like, no, Rome, just no. And I'm like, okay, well, I was trying to, step up the cooking stream. So now I got to come up with a new idea. So what I think I'm going to do instead is use some of those butane camping grills, so I can have everything in one area. Kind of like what you see in some of the big, cooking shows where they have the little camping grill and it uses the butane little cylinders that go inside of it. And then they just have each individual one, or they'll have one that has like 2 burners or something like that. And I could have that right here in the kitchen. So it means I can still do my prep right next to it and then still have my heat source right there next to it in the same area. So I can cook and prep and also try to guide Chris at the same time. Believe me, we will be starting off with some very simple things. I'm talking about grilled cheese, like simple things. I'm talking, Chris, toast the bread, put the cheese on the bread. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look out for Louis. I'm trying to look out for Chris. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. But I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody I've talked to about it just think it's going to be like just crazy times. Comedy gold. I often say comedy platinum because Chris and I, when we talk, it is just on a whole nother level of chaos and craziness and whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there you go. All right, guys, we got one thing left in the carousel. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. All right, so our last item in the carousel, guys, are these drawstring backpacks. You guys know I talk about these every single stream. These are going to be ideal for your shopping, reusable shopping bags. You could use them for storage bags. I personally use these drawstring backpacks. We filled them with items that we get right here on Amazon. I suggest that you guys, and I hopefully inspire you guys to do the same. You can buy items right here on Amazon, including the backpack. Toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, Band-Aids, sanitizing tablets, reusable water bottles, soap, all of those different things, socks, underwear. Fill these backpacks up, guys, and then have them with you when you encounter people out there in the world, that are saying that they're homeless, they need help, they need food. Well, you can't give them food, but you can give them that backpack, with a lot of essential things that they may be able to benefit from. Or, even I have given these backpacks to so many people, guys, that will tell me that, yes, I needed most of these things, but I do see a couple of things in this backpack that I'm going to give to someone else, or I'm going to gift to someone else. And that is so heartwarming to me when I see someone that is in that situation. Now, listen to me now, in that situation, and they are thinking about what good they can do for someone else, guys. That proves that there is good in the world. There are good people in the world, me, you, them, and we need to inspire each other to do good in the world, to keep keeping on, keep paying it forward. You guys know how we do. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and let Louis say goodnight to everybody, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you my final thoughts and wrap it up for the night. Hey, Louis. All right, Louis, say good night to everyone here on Amazon and YouTube, and thank them for showing up tonight, and tell them we'll be back here in 48 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen on Amazon and YouTube, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be back here in 48 hours. Have a great night.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you very much. All right, guys, just like Louis said it, Smokey's over here about to lose his mind because he's ready to eat. And I'm like 20 minutes past Smokey's time for me to be streaming. So Smokey's like, look, it's enough. It's enough. Get off the stream, bro. Okay? So I got to go feed Smokey, make dinner, and let Louis charge and all that kind of craziness. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones. Get out there and create something amazing in this world each and every single day, guys. Be that pebble in the pond. Be that pebble in the pond. Do good in the world. Be a good human. Be a good human, guys. Pay it forward. All of those cool things and mean them. Live by them. Let those things ring out to you, guys. Be a good human, my babies. All right, y'all, it's time for me to wrap it up for the night. Time for me to say them magic words. Peace, peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, 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 my babies. I am out of here, but don't forget to follow my man Richard over on TikTok, y'all. If y'all want to see some of them amazing bloopers of yours truly, I'm really surprised that Richard hasn't started doing bloopers of Louis yet, but I guarantee you there's going to be some bloopers of Chris very, very soon. There's going to be a lot of Chris bloopers, y'all. It's going to be, oh my goodness. I don't even want, man, look, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I love y'all, but I got to go. Mwah! I'm out.